Hello everybody, welcome back to Art Smart. Today I would like to show you this. This is Looney Tunes Volume 3, Disc 3. Disc 3 of what? Well, this comes from the LaserDisc version of the Looney Tunes collection that was released in the 1990s. Pretty much what happened was the Turner library that was shown on television for God knows how long, was released to LaserDisc. And so people that were relatively well off and could afford not just having a LaserDisc, but also paying for the entire collection could have pretty much all the Looney Tunes. And for the vast majority of the Looney Tunes, because the Turner collection doesn't have all of them, but it's most of the ones you're going to want to see anyway. I heard about this when I was younger, and because I had like a friend that had it, and I was just like, all the Looney Tunes, and my mind was like blown because I loved cartoons, and I thought that would be so cool to be able to access them all. Got to remember, this was before you had the DVDs like the Looney Tunes Golden Collection, so I just thought it was amazing that somebody could on LaserDisc have all of these cartoons. Now, this obviously is not the LaserDisc. What is this? This is actually a bootleg copy that I got from a collection that somebody had at a local DVD fair. It's kind of one of these gray area things where probably Warner Brothers doesn't really care, but it's probably not legal either. But somebody put it on DVD. So I saw this and thought it was pretty cool because I always wanted the LaserDisc. And so I picked up this, which is Volume 3, Disc 3 of what is on the LaserDisc, so I can check it out. And I'm going to show you guys in a minute just a little bit of it. What do I think after all these years, finally having access to this Looney Tunes LaserDisc and seeing the cartoons? It's pretty bad, guys. It doesn't look good at all. The thing is, you have to remember now we're spoiled. We've had years of having cartoons that are in HD or at least cleaned up and presented in the best possible way and available to us on DVD and having it on HD televisions and blah, blah, blah. Back in the day, that's not what we had. We had the old tube televisions, and we were just looking at the prints that they showed for years and years and years on TV. And so all the scratches, all of the titles where they replaced the title page with the blue ribbon, all that's still on here. That kind of reddish hue that happens as the films themselves started to kind of degenerate, that is very much present here. It just looks bad. But keep in mind, at that time, this was as good as it got. You know, this was what you were seeing on TV. So you're getting exactly on your LaserDisc what you're going to be seeing on TV. Sometimes even cleaner, because on TV they were using prints that they were passing around that were getting worn out even more. So you're getting the Warner library and the best version of the the Turner library of the Warner cartoons, and you're probably getting the best version on LaserDisc. So at the time, this would have been great, and it would have looked great. Now it just looks bad. Give me a second, I'll load this up, and you guys can check out what the DVD looks like. So I'm showing you here my television. I know that this is shaky, it's bad, you got all the lines here. If you don't like my setup here, or you think it looks cheap, you know, send me money. Give me money, and maybe I'll have a better setup here. But you have basically the disc, and I'm going to turn the sound down here so I don't get hit for a copyright whatever thing on YouTube. So I'll turn the sound down, and I can start this particular cartoon. And as you can see, it's pretty worn out. You can see a lot of kind of screen artifacting, a lot of little marks and dust marks. It's also not framed perfectly here. Granted, I could probably play with my settings and have it look better, but in general, I think this is about what you're going to get for the setup. And as you can tell here, it's pretty faded. It's got kind of that reddish hue to it. It's just, you know, it kind of is what it is. Not exactly the most clean print that you're going to get, and you definitely can do better if you get like the Golden Collection or something like that. However, again, keep in mind, at the time, this would have looked pretty darn cool. Another thing I want to point out is if you're looking at the cartoons that you have on here, there's a reason why a lot of these cartoons were never shown on television. They're just not that great. In general, the ones that you saw mostly on TV were the cartoons that were the better cartoons, and the producers knew that, and so they would show a lot of them. This particular one that I have here has a few good ones. You have Falling Hair, which is a good cartoon, but it's also public domain. You see it everywhere. You do have Russian Rhapsody, which is a decent cartoon, and you have Baseball Bugs, which of course is a great one. Other than that, though, a lot of these cartoons are not exactly classics, and there's a reason why you didn't see them on TV very much. However, I still love old cartoons. I like seeing all of them and being able to make decisions for myself, and so it is cool to have it, and I can imagine that the preteen version of myself would have just mind blown if I would have had access to all this and I could have looked at all these old cartoons, even the ones that aren't very good. So, would I recommend that you find a LaserDisc copy or a DVD transfer copy of this particular thing? No, you really should upgrade and just get the Looney Tunes Golden Collection. It's a better way to go. And even to a degree, the Platinum Collection will have better looking cartoons, and I would probably go there. However, it's still kind of cool. I think LaserDiscs is pretty cool in and of itself. And if you wanted to collect this, I certainly think that it's a good time capsule. Just seeing that reddish hue to a degree actually kind of takes me back to childhood. But no, I wouldn't recommend this. If you want to see really good, clean versions of the cartoons, you should upgrade to the more recent things that they put out there. This is just kind of antiquated, really. Hopefully this makes you a little bit more art smart, and hopefully you will continue to come back for more cartoon and DVD reviews. Bye-bye.